Hey guys, we got to sift some of our mealworm beetles today, and I thought it'd be a good idea to show anyone who wants to breed mealworms how to, or give some tips to people who are already breeding them. They're actually really easy to reproduce, and it can be kind of expensive buying them constantly, especially if you have a lot of reptiles. But culturing them is kind of fun, and it's a unique process that's I think everyone should learn how to do if they're breeding reptiles. If you guys are looking to start up your mealworm colony, I would suggest rainbowmealworms.net. They're actually really reasonably priced. If you're looking to buy them in bulk, you can buy up to like 10 or 20,000 mealworms. But they have excellent quality mealworms, and I've had great success with them. Let's go ahead and show you some of the stages of mealworms. This right here is the larval stage of a mealworm. This is what you're going to see at a pet store and what people feed their reptiles. These are adults right here. It can take a few months to get them up to adult size from an egg. But once they're adults, they turn into pupae. Which are these cocoons. They don't move, they just sit there. You don't need to feed them or anything. Just keep them really warm, and then they'll pupate into beetles. These are darkling beetles, and each beetle can give you up to 250 eggs. So if you can imagine, if you have a whole colony of beetles, you can get hundreds or thousands of babies. So and then the eggs that the beetles lay turn into mealworms, and then the cycle repeats itself. They're pretty easy to raise up. We just keep them on wheat bran because it's easy to sift, and we give them carrots, potatoes, apples. And once they reach adulthood, they'll turn into pupae. And the pupae you can just collect and put in a separate tub, so there's no cannibalism going on. You don't need to put any wheat bran in here because they're not going to eat, but you can put like a carrot in there for when the beetles hatch out. They won't start eating the pupae for moisture and stuff. And then the beetles, you can put in their own tub, which is pretty similar to the mealworms. It's just about an inch or two of wheat bran, carrots, potatoes, apples. But they're going to need something to climb on, so we use like paper towel tubes or egg crates. They work nice. But the beetles are going to be laying eggs on the wheat bran. So after about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how many beetles you have, you're going to want to separate them out from the wheat bran. So then we just strain out all the wheat bran and grow up those tubs of the wheat bran, because there's hundreds or thousands of eggs in there. So we'll go ahead and show you how we sift it. So what you're going to want to do is knock off all the live beetles from the crates and the egg cartons, and then you're going to want to take your wheat bran and use your strainer to separate the wheat bran from the beetles. This is the most effective way that we've found on how to do it. And then dump your beetles in a separate tub. And just keep repeating the process until it's all sorted out. It's best to do this outside because of all the particles that are flying around. They're frass, which is like a sandy substance. It can make you allergic. You can get allergic to it, and it'll make you break out, and it's not good to inhale, and it can give you breathing problems. But this is what it should look like when you're done. We got our empty tub right here. All of our beetles separated from the wheat bran. Our wheat bran's right here, which I probably can't get it on camera, but it's got thousands of little babies. They're microscopic at this point, but you can see the movement in the bran. So we'll set that up in its own tub. It'll be in our racking system, which has 3-inch Flex-Watt heat tape. The warmer it is, the faster the babies will develop. Just make sure you put a carrot in there, and that's all you have to do. But let's go ahead and get the beetle tub set back up. We just put about 1 inch or 2 of our wheat bran. The more you put in there, the less likely it is that they're going to eat all the eggs, because they do also eat this. I highly recommend using a fan while you're doing this, or wearing a mask, because that stuff is not good to breathe in. That's probably good on the wheat bran. Alright, and like I mentioned earlier, you're going to want to give them something to climb on. So we just use all these. And then I like the carrots because they don't mold super fast, like the potatoes and stuff. They actually still have a good carrot. Alright, let's put these beetles back. Alright, and then we'll give these guys a new label. I like to write when the beetles were put in this fresh tub of bran, so we know exactly when it's been about 10 to 14 days, so we can start sifting them again. And then this label, I'll put on this batch we sifted. Alright, and that's pretty much what we do for the beetles. Alright, so we got our tub right here that was sifted. It's got lots of babies in it. So like I said, you want to just keep it warm and put a carrot in there. You don't want to put too much moisture in there right now because they're still just hatching and a lot of them are still eggs. So if you put a lot of vegetables in there, it can create humidity on the sides and it'll mold your wheat bran and kill all your babies. You don't want that. So we got some other pans that we've sifted the last few times. I'll show you those. As you can see, there's lots of babies. And as long as they're warm, they'll grow fast. So there's really not much to it. It's just about being patient for your things to grow up. Here's the last batch we sifted. Just thousands of babies. And once these grow up to adults, you can feed off some and make sure you put some back into production and turn them into pupaes. So it's really that easy, guys. Thanks for watching.